Good morning, fanatics. Welcome to Flow with the Markets Tuesday, volume 202. You know what we're going to be doing in this video, just very raw, just going through the market, seeing how it opened on Monday and what we can be doing going forward. Now, I thought to wait for this one for tomorrow on Wednesday, because we're having a very shitty open so far. It's very choppy, it's very consolidative. There is not a lot of clues of what we could be doing right now. So again, patience and flowing the markets is going to be key. But I just decided to go for it, give you some insights into what is currently happening and see how we can adapt from the analysis that we did on Saturday. So again, you know, this one is pretty raw. I'm just going to roll the intro and we're just going to get straight into it. So let's do it. Alright, so again, we're gonna get started with a Dixie. Just to correct myself on the weekly outlook and setups, I did the economic calendar in the wrong way, because I usually do the analysis on Saturday, and when I click like next week, it usually shows me like the next week, but on Sunday it already counted it as this week, and then I clicked next week, so that was the mistake. So I got confused on that, but again, thank you guys for correcting me. Pretty much so this week, right, we had some Chinese news yesterday. We had a speech from Lagarde that kind of threw a little bit of momentum, but nothing really important. RBA meeting minutes tonight, this morning, pretty much. We're going to see how the Aussie reacted. Retail sales today and the CPI for the CAD, so very important. US and Canada today. So for the traders that trade USDCAD, very, very crucial day. Tomorrow we have a CPI for the NZD and CPI for the GBP. So also very important. Thursday, some Aussie news, and Friday, retail sales for the pound. So it's nothing very, very huge, although like the CPI is very huge indeed. So for the pound, we have it from the pound right there tomorrow. NZD, not a lot of us trade NZD, I do believe as well. So nothing too much to be worried about. And as I also broke down like the news for next week, this is where the real things are going to get rolling, because we have the Fed, we have the ECB, we have interest rates, we have all of those things that are really shaking the market. So I do think this week is going to be kind of in a preparation for the next one, but of course, let's see. So zooming in on the Dixie on the 4-hourly time frame, like one of my outlooks was just to start pulling back, and then my other scenario was just to break structure lower and then to start pulling back. And as you can see, we're still traveling towards that lower low. So again, guys, I mean, nothing to update you. So I'm doing this analysis, but again, it's probably nothing has happened on the majority of the pairs. You can see like the 15-minute was absolutely insane. So like we started down, we went up, then we closed, and right now this morning we are going down, we're pulling back right now. So I do believe we're going to be taking out this low. So pretty much what I would love to see is, if we take out this low, then I would like to see a trend change as well. And then after this trend change happens, then I can start looking for longs to pull me back into the imbalance and to pull me back above the 50% on the daily. Because again, the Dixie is pretty bearish right now. Right, it's pretty bearish in this huge daily range, and there is lots of imbalance to the upside. So I do think there's going to be a time in which we're going to start pulling back. Is it going to be this week? Is it going to be right now? I don't know. But I think that I just want to tell you is, like, yes, the market is extended right now, but the more you try to catch the bottom, the more you're going to be losing. Okay, so there's my outlook on the Dixie. This is what I would expect. There are no intraday setups that we can look at, and then transferring onto EU. So I really liked actually how EU played out yesterday, because it perfectly, like, there is my analysis. Like, I mean, it just went spot on, right? Even to the line right there. Look at me, right? So pretty much what I expected is for us to make a 4-hourly structure break. Then that 4-hourly structure break creates a new 4-hourly higher low, which was right there. So after, I didn't trade yesterday, but after I saw this break right there that happened, like, yeah, it happened kind of late. I was like, well, I really don't like the break, but it's a break of structure right there. It's a trend change. So I would be really curious tomorrow to be looking for shorts. And again, as I told you, like, for us to start filling in all that imbalance. But guess what? The market kind of during Asia, actually, it just pumped up. So it just pumped up, broke up right there. And guess what? Right now we're bullish once again. Having a 4-hourly demand zone, having a 4-hourly bullish structure, it's not like a very big impulse. So what I think is happening right now, we're just kind of gathering some stop losses. We're just chopping around, and we are going to be cooking for a big move maybe next week. So what I also want to observe is, okay, what is there on the left? Well, there was a high right there that just got broken, and the market didn't really react from it. And if I zoom into where the price is right now, what I spotted is that there's that little bit of imbalance right here, that potentially that could be something that the market is traveling towards. You can see we just actually tapped the open of it. Is it gonna come even deeper? Again, guys, I don't know, but this is just me trying to force it and to try to find an area where the market could reject and maybe give us a kind of a short bias maybe, okay? So yesterday, absolutely nothing. So we kind of teased it up, maybe a long right there, but it was very early, and then just choppy, right? The pretty much the London session was choppy. Then again, you can see around New York Stock Exchange open, we came in, we took out this low, then we made the TC up, and then we rolled to the upside. This morning, took out Asian high, aligned bearish, but then we pumped up. So again, if you rushed to be entering into shorts from here, then you probably lost, but there was no entry at all. The market pushed up right now, and it's currently sitting within this, which is a 30-minute demand zone. There it is. So you could be looking for longs right there. I mean, you could drop to the 1 minute and look for longs, although there is definitely not a setup developing right now. And pretty much what I told my team and what I told myself is that I'm going to be staying away right now. Why? Well, because the macro bias doesn't make sense to me. There is no like clear liquidity objective. There is nothing clear right now. So again, it's just about patience. So once again, this is the current situation on the EU. Okay, does it make sense to go long from here? Not at all, because again, we took out Asian high, we went into the highs. So again, what I would prefer to happen is for the market to go down, take all of this liquidity that is available right there, tap in right here, give me a 15-minute TC, and then maybe go long maybe tomorrow. Okay, or maybe later today. But for now, I am just skipping and I'm not trading. And I did this analysis today in order for you guys not to stay confused and like, oh, what the hell is happening? I'm not seeing anything. Well, you're not supposed to be seeing anything every single day. It could be like a whole week of no trading, just like the first week of July. So again, stay patient and wait for your high quality setups. There are none so far. Let's have a look at EJ. So EJ actually played out very nice. So we had again the liquidity gap to the left. The market broke down, broke up again, high formation, and you can see the market kind of gave us a pullback. I was expecting a deeper pullback, like towards the 50% and towards the imbalance. But again, you can see the market came in, reacted, and then it was this candle right there that came in and tapped the 50%, and then it broke. So I'm not sure if it first tapped the 50 and broke, or then first broke and then tapped the 50. I don't know. Maybe we can check like the 1 hourly time frame. Yep, so you can see. So first we tried to push, we failed, then we come back 50% attack, and then boop, high. So actually a pretty good development. Like the imbalance is not filled to 100%, but I do believe that this is enough. So right now the liquidity has been taken. We have a brand new high formation. Although again, spot the high, how it formed. It's like with wicks. So the pretty much then the higher low is here. So the market is currently tapping into that higher low formation. But again, just looking at the way the market broke and the way it followed through after that break, I don't like it. So that pretty much could tell us that this liquidity can be grabbed. The market could come and fill the imbalance, tap inside this very nice and strong demand, because I want you to compare this demand and how the market broke, and I want you to see this demand and how the market broke here. Okay, so which one is stronger? Well, hopefully the answer is clean. Okay, first outcome, second outcome, there it is. And of course it depends on USD yen. So right now, as we're tapping inside here, you have to be looking for a 50-minute bullish alignment, and the 50-minute is right now bearish. It broke structure right there. So you are not supposed to be looking for longs. Even if you wanted to, you cannot, because the 50-minute is bearish. High, low, high, TC down, breakdown. Yeah, we had a little bit of a TC up, so a little bit of a choppy development right there. There was quite some flat price action. It got taken, and then since then we have been trending down. So again, there is nothing you can do right now. Either wait for a 50-minute alignment for a new range to form, and then the market to become bullish, or you wait for this one to break, or you just don't trade at all, or you take a short from here. So those are all of your choices. Okay, so once again, not very clean, not having something clear out to say, oh, this is a beautiful trade. Everything aligns. There is not such a trade right now, but of course, let's keep going forward. Aussie dollar is doing a pullback, so first imbalance is filled. But again, if you just see, okay, where is that imbalance? So that imbalance is, I think it's on the daily, and it's pretty high in the range. So if my internet loads, yeah, so it's on the daily and it's not below the 50%. So does it hold a lot of importance? No. Okay, and as you can see, the market filled it, and it's kind of currently rejecting, but not at all. Okay, so yeah, I would expect even a deeper pullback. Yeah, I mean, the market is currently nowhere and you can see when it's nowhere, it just chops, right? Because there is not enough liquidity right there. There is not enough orders for the market to push up or push down. So most likely the 50 minutes is just going to be very choppy and very tricky until it gathers the liquidity in order to make some sort of a move. And then if I just jump on the 50-minute time frame, yesterday was absolutely insane, but still it went down, it went up, and this morning, yeah, it's just completely choppy. But again, there is the last TC down, and then we have, of course, a kind of a supply, which is probably on the 30-minute looking pretty good, right? So if you want to take a short, definitely take it. I do think shorts are more higher probability because we still have a lot of space to be traveling to the downside, to maybe come down, to maybe take this low as liquidity right there, to tap into the 50%, to fill in the imbalance before we get a high probability long. Okay, so let's see, but just looking at it, like if you just open a chart and if you see this, it's just not clear. Okay, and when it's just not clear, well guys, you stay out. Okay, but there is the current flow, right, of Aussie dollar. That could be a great outcome, but again, the market can just like break up, chop around, and pull back down, and then chop around again. So again, be careful. We had like the RBA meeting minutes tonight, but again, you can see like nothing happened. We had a push up, a push down, but nothing. Okay, so as I said, I do believe the market is preparing for next week, and probably we're gonna have a choppy week this week. But again, we have still a lot of days left, so keep looking. Now you can see here, AUDJPY, two outcomes I had, either to respect from this zone, which again is a weak zone, and then to either go down and start looking for longs from here. So very nice, this outlook is playing out. We have filled in the imbalance. We have, yes, aligned bearish on the Forex, but I did expect that. So right now, we could be breaking this low as well. And then maybe after the break of this low, if we align bullish on the Forex, then that is going to be a very powerful trade. Because this zone right there is not a strong zone. I mean, I would actually much prefer to take this one. Right? I would prefer to take this one rather than that one, because here we have just like two indecisive candles before the push. So I'm not really sure why I took this one as a zone, and I'm going to delete it right now because I'm looking at the charts from a fresh perspective right now. And I'm going to be looking to hopefully tap inside this zone, which is probably like where the daily, pretty much the daily zone is located. Okay, the extreme on the daily. So something like this is what I would expect. On AJ right now, it looks short. Yes, it filled in the imbalance. It's tapping into something, but does it look like it wants to push up? Definitely not. Came in, reacted, lower high, right? So if you then draw the new range, lower high, low, that caused the trend change, pulls back, fills the imbalance right there, 50%, and right now it's probably going to go down. So again, the JPYs are not that bad. I'm not sure if you could have gotten a setup. Like it came in right there, and then the TC occurred here. And then it started trending down, then kind of whoop. TC down here. And then it retested the supply, but that is Asia, so probably you don't trade this. And then it broke structure here, then that is your supply, and yeah, you maybe could have taken a nice short right there, maybe. So hopefully some of you did, the ones that trade the JPY. So there is the current development. That's the last lower high. The market is currently sitting in right there, so if you pull back, if you get a short, then good, very nice. But very likely the market is just gonna push down, take out that hourly low, and then from there we're gonna see what's gonna happen. The market can either like initiate a bigger pullback because we're gonna have a brand new hourly range. Because if the market breaks this hourly low, then this is gonna be the lower high, that's gonna be the lower low. You have to draw a new fib from here to here, whatever it stops. Maybe wait for a pullback, take another short, but we're also gonna be coming very close to that zone where I do think we can have like a bullish reversal. Okay, so right now this is my outlook on the AJ. Looks very bearish. It's playing out so far, and shorts are high probability until we start tapping inside this zone, from where we're gonna be looking for a 4-hourly alignment with that daily bias. NZDUSD similar to the Aussie, like yeah, it filled that first imbalance, but again you can see there is absolutely no response from it. So again we can see right now it's just massively dumping to the downside, which is very good. It's pretty good. It's going down, so pretty much the same analysis remains, looking for that imbalance to be filled, looking for the 50%, and in the meantime focus on taking shorts. Like you can see, oh, this actually yesterday, look at that. So broke down, retested, broke down. Okay, this one wicked up, so that not good. So broke down again, didn't come back for a retest, broke down, here broke down, TC it up. So again, tricky. I mean, you could have taken some sort of a short yesterday, but the only one I see is here. and then it kind of came in and wicked it up. So maybe you take a loss or maybe you don't take a trade here. So again, tricky. This morning, similar development, like it came in, whoop, 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 massive breakdown, pulls back, and right now another breakdown. So it's very low in the range. So I usually don't like trading that low in the ranges. I like to trade like from the 4-hourly higher lows or from the 4-hourly lower highs. In this case, we don't have one because the 4-hourly range is pretty much from here to here. Okay, or that's the daily. The 4-hourly is pretty much the same. It starts from here to here. Okay, so pretty much looking for that 50% to be tapped, pretty much looking for the market to push us down a little bit more. And in the meantime, definitely focus on shorts. Like if you get valid ranges, again, play with the intraday liquidity. So that is your Asian range, that is your London highs and lows. Wait for liquidity to be taken, then wait for the market to give a trend change on the 15-minute and then flow with it. Okay, because again, liquidity is key. Right now, you can see just to the left, like that's the previous daily low, the market just took it. So usually after such a massive low gets taken, the market tends to retrace a little bit, take out the opposite side, and then maybe you get a short. Okay, so always watch liquidity, because if you get a trade and it doesn't work out, you are most likely on the wrong side of liquidity. So always pay attention to that. NJ, yeah, it broke structure up, but again, you can see just tapped into that zone and yeah, it didn't even shift bullish. Like it tapped in, boop, 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 broke down, pulls back, lower high, and then it just smashed it. Okay, so there are some good adaptations today, by the way. So right now, let's remove this. Of course, we have that as our 4-hourly break. The market is most likely traveling towards a level like that right now. You can see it's coming in with very, very, very big steam. There is one more structure break happening right there, and then of course our lower high is sitting in right here. So massive lower low. Do you have opportunity? No, because when the market is usually pumping like crazy like this, well, you either have to be looking for the market to give you a 15-minute trend change up in order for you to get long, right? So wait in, lower high, lower low, TC, and then take a long, like traveling towards that 4-hourly 50% and the 4-hourly supply. But right now it's just sitting right there at the lows, so no trades. No trades. The last valid 15-minute break is here. So you also don't have a clear 15-minute valid range, so nothing. Nothing once again. We gotta wait for it. That's it. Wait for it. UJ. Oh, this one played actually very nice. So this one played out very nice. So again, you can see we had the imbalance. The market came in, it filled it, and then it followed through. It broke up, and then yes, we have pretty much that shitty range right there. So we can see like, yeah, this is the higher low that caused the break, but the market is coming in and it doesn't look like it wants to hold. So most likely this one can get liquidated, and then from there we're gonna see if it's gonna align from here or if it's gonna go on and seek like this lower imbalance that I have, which is probably on the daily. Okay, so those are my two macro scenarios on UJ. And then of course, if I jump on the 50-minute time frame, the 50-minute time frame was actually very tricky, because this is the whole push and the last kind of the TC occurred here, and pretty much then there is that little guy right here. So if you take this one, then of course there is where the bearish TC occurred, and then of course after this happened, then this is the break of structure down, and then this is our supply right now. So you could be looking for some sort of a short, but again, when it comes to liquidity, does it make sense? Not at all. Very trending Asian range. We took out the Asian low, we took out the liquidity low right there. I don't know, but again, it doesn't look bad because we're traveling potentially towards that liquidity point right here, and that could offer us a great short opportunity. So if you're trading UJ, definitely you can be looking for shorts within this area right there. And if you get a stop loss, then of course the market can break up, and then if it aligns down again, you can look for another one. Because I do believe, it's not about what I believe, but about what happens. Not sure if this new higher low will get respected. Like this broke, right now the market is pulling back. The Dixie really has to hold right now. The Dixie really has to push up in order for UJ to hold as well. But if you're looking then for longs, then just simply wait for the market to align bullish on the 50-minute, and then take your long. Okay, it's much easier this way. When you wait for the market to align, you get a high probability trades, and then you go with it. Okay, so that's UJ. Nothing clear so far. I would avoid looking for shorts from here, although it's definitely possible. But also I would avoid looking for longs, because again, I don't have big trust inside of this zone, and if the market is really if it's really ready to push up. I much prefer to wait a little bit, see clear signs, and then strike with confidence rather than be like 50-50. UCAT didn't push up, it just opened and pushed down. Yeah, this one I just don't know what to say on this one. Like, it broke down right there, so this is the lower high. It didn't tag it in, so we're still technically bearish, rejecting from here. Guys, I just don't know what to say at UCAT. Let's just be honest. Like, it came in right there, whoop, 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 went down, right now pulls back, and took out the Asian high. Took out that high as well by a little bit. So if you are short biased, then again, as I always say, wait for the 50-minute to align. So there's your alignment, and then take your short. Right now, I just don't see anything. And of course, when the quality time frame is just tricky, I just don't trade. And this one, that's absolutely tricky. It makes zero sense to me. So I pretty much skip this one. GU as well, very choppy so far. Again, I was expecting like a bigger pullback to the downside, or maybe for the market to pull me back and then push up. The nice thing about GU is that like it filled in that little imbalance right there. But again, keep in mind, we have a lot more to the downside. We have a lot more to the downside, and I would much prefer this to be filled. Why? Well, because the hourly range is this. Okay, and we tap below the 50%. But again, is it ready to push up? I don't know, and it doesn't look like it. So again, you can see on the 50-minute yesterday, like we chop, tapped the imbalance, made the bullishness, but then the market went down. Then again, chop. Here this morning, went down, went up, took out Asian high, and right now it's just looking like nonsense once again. I tried to break it down. There was a short with our Fanatic Model 2 from here, but I didn't take it because I didn't trust in the bias. Like, because for example, GU filled an imbalance and tapped the 50%. So unlike EU that hasn't tapped anything yet, GU tapped the 50%, and this one is more likely to start going up. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna be like, because first I saw like the market aligned bearish right there, and there was a short provided here, but I said to my team, don't take this one because we're having a bullish outlook. But then the market took out the high and then reverse. And I was like, well, maybe we're gonna go down. So again, you could have taken a short from here, which would have hit TP by now, but again, not clear. So right now, even the 50-minute right now, after closing this 50-minute, TC down, yeah, it went in, TC up, and right now, of course, you could be looking for this one to break down, but again, it's absolutely unclean again, guys. So give it time, wait for it to pull back. Currently, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's most likely not gonna push up, so it's probably gonna be seeking much lower than the 50%. Tap inside the imbalance, and then from there you can get a high probability long. Okay, so wait for it. GJ tapped inside the zone, filled in the imbalance, but failed to push up. So again, what happens when this low fails to push the highs? It gets liquidated. So I would expect this low to be taken, and then from there, if the market holds, it holds. But if not, then it's gonna break. So yeah, this one is also very tricky, but it actually shifted on the top right there. It broke up, broke down, then boom, 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 boom. And yes, currently pretty much similar to all the JPYs. It has a bearish range, it has a supply. So again, if you tap inside right there, then take a short, target the liquidity, and after the liquidity is taken, then just wait to see what's gonna happen. And again, guys, don't rush it because this week it's probably gonna be very choppy. So that's GJ. That's GJ, short, thinking that this low will get taken because it does not make sense to hold because it didn't cause like a hourly high, which is what we potentially expected. It didn't cause it, so maybe it's gonna get liquidated, and then from there we're gonna look for alignment once again to the upside. Gold also hasn't done anything, so it broke structure down and looks like it's breaking. So if this one is the breakdown, then is this the breakup? I guess so. What's that guy? Well, nevertheless, both got taken. So both got taken. It came very close to the imbalance. It's taking a new high right now. So then, yes, we have this demand zone right there. But I mean, it's just not looking good. It's not clean. Yesterday, boom, 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 went into the highs, went into the lows, then boom, boom, boom. Well, here there was actually a breakdown. Then there is the TC up. So definitely you could look for longs right there. because it actually gave you the alignment. It was not like this the major high, it was this the major high that caused the break, then it TC'd up. And then like you can see, you have like longs from here, you have longs from here, you have longs from here. And right now it keeps pushing up. But right now, does it make sense to go long? No, because we took out a major hourly high. We have a brand new hourly high low. And right now, most likely the market is going to pull back. And then from here, we're going to be looking for longs. So again, the most recent 50-minute range is this. So don't try too hard to go long from here, although it could definitely work out. But I think judging on the Forex, do we have any imbalance? Well, we have just a little bit. So that is something we could be looking to fill. And then from there, and if we tap the 50% of that new range, from there, that is going to be your high probability long. Because right now, we just took out like these equal highs right here. So not very high probability for longs. But again, let's see. That's my outlook again. Nothing on the radar. Looking for the market to pull back a little bit deeper and then look for the long. Indices. So this one kind of pushed up. Again, I was looking for the push up and then a pull back down. Well, yes, it pushed up and it pretty much made the new hourly higher low. There it is. So right now it's bullish. That's the range. That's the imbalance. So again, if we pull back down, I will be looking for longs because again, does it make sense to start looking for shorts yet? Not really, because I see the sentiment of the indices is pretty much bullish. And right now it's pretty much doing nothing right now. So I will be looking for this market to push down below the 50%, fill in the imbalance, and then look for longs from there. Okay, because again, nowadays I really learned how to filter out my setups and I only trade them when the hard time frames and when liquidity are on my side. NASDAQ, yes, it made a TC down, but again, you can see, whoop, it came in and it took out the high. So again, right now we're on a higher high. That's the demand zone. That's the range. That's the imbalance. So there's your adaptation, similar to US30, looking for a tap below and then a push up. So again, the daily is still pushing up. It's probably seeking something to the left, but again, we do not know when it's gonna stop. So until it stops, we keep longing. So don't try to catch the top right now, because if you try to catch the top, you're gonna get burned. Much better, follow the 40 time frame until it really shows you that it wants to go down. Until you really have that trend change, until the market really holds from supply. And then of course, we're gonna have that bearish order flow kicking in. For now, we don't have it. S&P exactly the same. Like, yes, we made a TC down, we were looking for this, but the market just came in massively and then it just wicked the high. Well, we adapt. Broke up, new range, new demand, and new imbalance. Okay, so once again, looking for that imbalance to be filled and then looking for the longs. Yes, we are very high on the daily range, but it's probably seeking something to the left. Like it took out this high, it didn't react. So there is like a high here and there is a high here. So what is it seeking? I don't know. But I'm going to really keep myself accountable not to try to go short too hard. Because again, the market is just bullish. And if everybody thinks that the market is too high and if everybody thinks that shorts are incoming, well, everybody's going to lose because the market is just going to keep pumping up. So again, today, if we have something like this, like New York Stock Exchange or like a New York session pushes into the downside, get an alignment, then of course I do believe longs are high probability based on the current market sentiment. And then cryptos are just doing nothing as well. So pretty much that's it for now. No clear setups. DXY is still chopping around. EURUSD, it kind of broke up and right now it's massively coming down. You can see right now again, based on liquidity, it didn't make any sense to be longing from here. Right now we're making a TC. So let's make a little adaptation again. Right now we're making a TC. We're most likely going to be collecting a lot of these flat. Come on, if I draw it correctly, a lot of these flat lows right there. But the majority of them were already collected. Like I would expect this one to be taken, like this one. We have one right there. And then as we take those out, then I'm gonna be interested to see like in New York if we get like any bullish alignment, because then we can be looking for the longs. Again, guys, keep in mind, there is a time in which this one is going to stop pushing. Like we just tapped the imbalance. So are we going to stop pushing right now and maybe make a trend change, then get the short? Only time will show. So don't try to catch the top. Wait for the market to clearly align bearish on the Forex, because if it aligns clearly bearish on the Forex, we have a lot of space to be taking shorts and like target that daily imbalance. EJ, let's see if it's going to hold from demand or maybe liquidate to the downside. Aussie dollar, no sense. AJ, bearish. NZD, no sense as well. It just keeps pushing down towards the imbalance. NJ, bearish as well. UJ, very tricky. Let's see if it's going to hold
from that zone right there, from that hourly demand zone, if it's going to continue breaking lower. It's again really 50-50 UCAD nonsense. GU also chopping around, looking for something, for more clues. It pulled back below the 50% on the hourly range, which is very good. So that could give us more signs that the market could push up. But again, until the 50-minute gets cleaner, I don't touch it, right? GJ also. And yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. I mean, nothing clear, nothing on my radar for now. I'm just going to be patient, just waiting for the best setups to come into me. And then I'm only going to execute because, again, you could have a week without any trades, like as I had on my first week of July, no trades. But then the second week I crushed it. Right now, maybe another week without trades. And then maybe next week we're gonna crush it. And that's what trading is all about. So keep flowing with the market. Good luck this week. Stay patient. Don't make any stupid mistakes. And talk to you on Saturday.